drillers, it's your geezer Big Donny Cow here for a brand new video talking about the new war within Warlock changes. But I'm going to give it to you straight. Yeah, I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm going to tell you what it's going to mean for the future. Right, so just get right into it. So, good bug fix, okay. Still no bug fixes for Demonology, by the way. Turret AI, still scuffed. Diabolist buffs, this is pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, probably going to be a lot stronger for Destro now. Yeah, all in all, this is pretty good numbers increase. Lots of really good number increases. Like, at first glance, this does look amazing. Warlock is going to be doing more damage now. There is no two ways about that. So, you know, if you're a person that just likes more damage and plays Warlock, well, you're in luck. It's exactly what's happened. However, if you actually care about playing Warlock, what is this going to mean? Well, pushing more for the damage for Diabolist demons, probably going to be looking at no return of Nether Portal. I'm going to be honest, with Diabolist actually going through the way it is and being as strong as it is, Nether Portal will probably never see the light of day again. That is probably gone. Sad as it is, it's going to join Metamorphosis in the bin. As a playstyle, yeah, sadly, I don't think we'll ever get that back. The Wither stuff, this looks okay. This is fine. Soul Harvester seems fine as well, you know. In some way, it would actually be good if Hellcaller and Soul Harvester, like the two dominant ones, and Diabolist actually gets completely shafted. But yeah, I don't know if that'd happen. Unless they're gonna bake these hero talents to last for like the rest of the game going forwards. Which in this case, then, like, these changes are all fine. But the way this doesn't look like it would set Warlock up for continuing after the expansion ends. Anyway, so what we got here with Affliction. So one of the dots has been buffed and the demon's been buffed, and we've got a good bug fix. That's good. So there's problems with this. Affliction's current state, it really is not a dot spec. You're doing a lot of your damage with like Shadow Bolts and Malefic Raptures. You know, like the bulk of your damage is not coming from dots. The dots you do apply is Haunt, Unstable Affliction, Corruption, and Agony. And Oblivion is technically counted as a dot, but it's more like a 3-second channel. Which, yeah, it's legitimate damage over time. It's not wrong, but it's a big hitter which isn't your traditional dot. It's a cooldown of a couple seconds. You're not watching something right away. So this doesn't really address any of the issues, which is making Affliction not a dot spec. In fact, increasing the demon damage is probably going to make it so that Affliction feels more like Demonology should. So Affliction is going to be more based around a big demon doing damage. Which I can't see that being healthy for the spec. It's not really the vibe of Affliction. Affliction's always been known as the dot spec, and that doesn't really scream dot spec to me. I feel like there should be some nerfs to Malefic and Shadow Bolt and some buffs to your dots, but no, that is what it is. Demonology, you guys have probably heard me time and time again saying like how boring is imps doing all your damage. The fact that there's so much RNG behind your imps as well, this is gonna make Demonology feel more impact from good and bad RNG. So this could feel quite unfun, but ultimately you are getting more damage. Demon Bolt damage increase, that's gonna be nice. It's nice to have big demon bolts. However, because of the way things are now set up, this is also gonna be more like your RNG is gonna be felt so much more. You'd have bad RNG, you don't do good damage. So Demonic Core now has a 50% chance to grant Demonic cool, when Judge Swartz weight was 35. The fact that they haven't done 100% is just showing that Blizzard's still doubling down, trying to keep demonic cores low, and that's not healthy for the spec, especially if Demon Bolt's damage is being buffed. Yeah, we really don't want to see a situation like this. And the fact that it's like almost none of the issues of Demonology have really been addressed in these changes. Like, there's no increases to Tyrant. Tyrant still hits like a wet noodle. There's still allowing a monopoly of the Doom build, which is quite unfun, but I'm going to be honest, some people like it, and I'm not going to pretend to be like all these other streamers and whatnot who will say it's really, like, these changes are really good if it's buffing the build that they like. Like, of course, I really like Neverport, I really like Metamorphosis, I love Falkiel's, a lot of the past playstyles I've really enjoyed. I also really like Bale Spider's playstyle, Decimating Bolt and whatnot with the big Demon Bolts, but I hate the Doom playstyle. But I appreciate some people like it. While I do think it belongs more in Affliction rather than Demonology, fine, people like Doom. So, yeah, you know, there's still a place for it, people enjoy it. But I just don't think that this addressed any of the issues, and Demonology is going to remain a very problematic, unenjoyable spec going into the War Within. Destruction, these, so of course you're going to be doing more damage. The only thing is, like, this really doesn't help bring into play abilities like Channel Demon Fire, Soul Fire, Dimensional Rift. These three spells will continuously be shafted going down an approach like this, because, like, why would you add more buttons when you don't need to? If that does enough damage, then yeah, no, what's the point? And then it seems they haven't changed enough to do with Rain of Fire. It looks like the Rain of Fire bug being exploited to allow Warlock to deal incredible damage in single target. Yeah, that's probably still going to run rampant. So, all in all, these changes are a solid increase to damage for the short term. Just bear in mind, increases and decreases damage can always change, and quite quickly. What we're really looking at in changes like this is if we get something like a proper playstyle change, something which should fix a lot of the issues that specs suffer from as well, and we've gotten absolutely none of that. I think Warlock is not going to be in the greatest of states going into the next expansion. It does seem like Blizzard with Affliction are doubling down from moving it away from a dot spec. With Demonology are doubling down with reducing the demon army and making it more of a new player casual friendly spec with very little to manage. You get lucky, you don't get lucky. And then Destruction's looking to return to its playstyle of very few abilities, spamming Chaos Bolts and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, maybe Shadowburn keeps its reign. I'm glad that Shadowburn did get a buff, and that will hopefully see it through to keep being a solid spell. But the other three, I think, are probably not going to be looking in the best spot. I don't know if anyone played the Soulfire build so far, but that's a really fun build for Destruction. Demonology, the new builds just aren't cutting it at all. And Affliction, playing with Oblivion and whatnot, has actually been really cool. It's just, yeah, I think Affliction needs to decide if it's going to be a sort of a Shadow Mage or a dot spec. It's getting to the point where it's moving away from it. But yeah, weird changes, and I don't think it's going to really help the spec or the class, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.